Cramer.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here and for your willingness to step up again, especially to your families. It's great to see, and I'm never disturbed by the noise of children. It's really quite a blessing, so thank you. Real quickly, Mr. Payne, thank you for our discussion in my office. You stated then, as you've stated several times, the importance of CAPE's independence as an evaluator, obviously. I mean, you really are. CAPE really is the truth teller, if you will, on cost and performance. However, I have been concerned in recent years that the independent assessment sometimes gets diluted by advocacy of a particular platform or program. And sometimes it's my sense that advocacy is masked by scenarios, chosen scenarios of evaluation. Does that happen at CAPE, either inadvertently or by some bias or even orders from leadership?
Senator, thank you for the time that you gave me in your office in our conversation. At times in the past, yes, I have seen CAPE take on an advocacy role that I think is inappropriate for an independent analytic organization. And if confirmed, you have my commitment that my priority would be focusing CAPE on its true mission, which is being an advisory, not a policy-making or decision-making organization.
That's encouraging. Thank you for that. Mr. Velez-Green, this summer, the HMS Prince of Wales was sailing, as you probably know, to the Pacific. It's been reported by some sources I actually do trust, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate his admonition up front about untrustworthy sources. But Undersecretary Colby had made a statement reportedly to the British in a meeting along the lines of, is it too late to call it back? We don't want you there. First of all, do you have knowledge of that discussion, and did he in fact say that to British leaders?
Senator, it would not be appropriate for me to comment on private discussions between two different governments in this setting. But what I can say, if you will allow me, is that the Secretary has said publicly that it is most important for our European allies to focus on their home theater as they work to build out their capacity, especially as we work through the simultaneity problems that Senator Rounds has spoken about. So that is the guidance that the Secretary has offered in a public setting. And my personal view is I think that does make a lot of sense because we believe in a NATO that is as strong as possible, that is a sincerely held view. My personal belief is we have an interest in NATO being as strong as possible on an enduring basis with the United States deeply engaged. But for that to happen, especially as we face the rise of China, our allies simply have to step up and focus those resources where they're needed most.
Mr. Velez-Green, are you quoting the Secretary there or the Deputy Secretary?
It is, if my recollection serves me, and I'm confident that the Secretary Hegseth, has said publicly that it is important for European allies to focus on Europe first.
Well, thank you for that. Although to the original question and the point that I understand you think would be inappropriate to speak to, there are other agencies for whom international relationships are the higher priority, not the least of which, of course, is the State Department. And so I'd be interested to know if this position was reconciled with the State Department, or if this was just, again, a private conversation, to your point, or for that matter, if other allies were consulted, allies that welcome the British having a ship in the Pacific. Because this gets into well beyond what's going on just at the Pentagon, it would seem to me, and not to mention the White House.
Senator, the Undersecretary has been ruthless and specific about ensuring that we focus on military matters, and in this case, thinking about the allocation of defense resources across theaters. We also interact on an extremely regular basis with our colleagues across the interagency, including the NSC, including State Department, on a wide range of issues, the IC as well, to ensure that we are having those conversations given the cross-cutting equities.
In my remaining seconds, Mr. Chairman, on Tuesday, your colleague, Mr. Dahmer, as I'm sure you watched, repeatedly said that he wasn't aware of any, quote, pause of aid to Ukraine. Can you clarify whether there was or there wasn't, and how could he not have been aware if there was? Because, I mean, I have a DOD news release that states there was.
Senator, I can say categorically that policy leadership neither ordered nor even recommended a pause to any weapons shipments to Ukraine as it was reported. Full stop. No caveats. That reporting was completely inaccurate, in substantial part because we do not have the authority to order any adjustment to weapons deliveries one way or the other. I am aware of brief disruptions to certain deliveries as a result of the capabilities review that Mr. Purnell referenced in the July 2nd transcript that I believe was referenced on Tuesday, but I am not aware of a pause ordered by the Secretary to any of the weapons shipments at the time.
Well, we may have to dispute terms and titles, but, I mean, it's a DOD news release. I don't know what else to say. Mr. Chairman, thank you. My time's up.